Delhi Capitals were supposed to be on the top of the table, and they were at some point when they won 4 out of 4 games, and then they won 5 out of 7 games in the first half of the season. But then they end up losing 5 out of the remaining 7 games, and they ended up finishing at the fifth at the points table, getting eliminated of the playoffs race. And that's been the story of Delhi Capitals this season. They started well, then they lost the track completely. Um, and that's completely based on how the auction went for Delhi Capitals. They made sure that they had a great starting 11 on at least on paper, but then they didn't have good backups. And when they started to lose the track, when JFM lost his form, they couldn't find a good backup. And when they started to lose out games and tight games, they lost the match against Mumbai that they should have won, and that's how the dip began. And one of the major reasons why Delhi Capitals couldn't do well was the captain Axar Patel. He had a good season with the bat, scored some 200 runs, but couldn't find the same form with the ball. He had an injury in the first half, and when he started to slightly recover from it, but he couldn't convert that form into the bowling. Um, and as I mentioned, JFM Jake Fitzgerald couldn't find the form and was out of the team in the next half of the season. Only KL Rahul was the sole star of the Delhi Capitals batting, scoring 539 runs. But he couldn't find the support that he probably needed, especially at the top of the order. Abhishek Purel gave him the starts, scored some 300 runs, but he averaged 25. He got the starts, but couldn't convert them into the bigger runs. Similarly, Stubbs he too scored some 300 runs, but because the rest of the batting lineup failed, he couldn't manage to finish those games off. Um, and when you come to the bowling department, Kuldeep was the leading wicket taker with 15 wickets. But then again, the lack of support and the lack of the team effort that you probably needed to win the games, the Delhi Capitals lacked that bite. So that's been the story of Delhi Capitals this season. They had a great season individually, but they couldn't have the collective performance altogether.